Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. I know your schedules are busy. I know coming to a meeting like this isn't always easy. First of all, what was the reason that I asked y'all to be here today?
Budgeting.
Budgeting, yes. More specifically, we're going to talk about how to budget and a specific type of budget called zero-based budgeting, which gives your money power and gives your money purpose. And we'll get more to that later. Let me ask you though, what do you think a traditional budget would be? Give me a few key points.
Keeping track of how you spend your money, how much money you get, and how much money you save.
Definitely. Keep track of your money. Keep track of how much you're saving. Keep track of what you're spending and how much you're making and bringing in. It's a revolving budget. That's traditional. We're going to talk about something that helps you to reevaluate each month what your income is and what your expenses are. So let me ask you a question. Do you want to be out on your own? Do you want to be independent?
Yes.
You don't want your own place?
Yes.
Yes, you want your own place. You want to be treated like an adult. Let me ask you another question. How much do you think you would have to make to be out on your own? How much do you think you would have to make? If you went out and got an apartment tomorrow, next week, how much would you have to make?
Too much.
Anyone have a figure?
1,500.
1,500? Okay. What all do you think you would have to account for?
Utilities.
Utilities?
Foods.
Food.
Rent.
Rent.
Gas.
Gas.
Car.
You know, even at 36 years old, I still miss things. At an 18-year-old, you won't always get everything that you need to get. And let me tell you what I learned when I got out on my own. See, I spent more than I made. Well, let me back up. Let me tell you that my grandma asked me that same question that I asked you. How much do I think that I would have to make when I get out on my own? And I just, $1,000. That'll pay for my rent, that'll pay for my food, that'll pay for my utilities, that'll pay everything, right?
Wrong.
Wrong. It wasn't enough. See, I didn't know how to budget, and that's where I spent more than I made. When I finally did get out on my own, I thought I knew what I was doing, but I spent more than I made, and I got this charge called an idiot tax. An idiot tax is when your bank charges you because you went in a hole. You knew how much was in there, and hence the name, the idiot tax. I thought I could keep budgeting in my head, but that's not the way it works. Budgeting has to be on paper. You have to have a plan. You have to give your money purpose. A good budget should help you to live within your means, should give you emergency money, and it should give your dollars purpose. First point I want to make though is 80% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 22% of Americans have missed bills. That's crazy. The trick is to live below your means. You should have money left over after each pay period. You should have a short-term savings, a long-term savings, and an emergency savings. The second point is have a budget for that. Budget is only as good as it is detailed. The more detailed it is, the better it's going to work for you. Budget everything. Who would be surprised if I said budget in fun money? That's right, budget in everything, your fun money even. You need to have luxury money, you need to have fun money, you need to have entertainment money. And then, if you budgeted everything, and you have some left over at the end of the pay period, that extra money really is extra. Now it can be used not to just catch up, it can be used for anything. It can be used for a vacation or a savings plan, or if you're in a debt, or say you're paying a car off. You went and got a car and you want to pay it off. The third thing is zero-based budgeting. And this is the real secret. It gives your every dollar purpose. Zero-sum budget is an approach to planning and decision making which differs from traditional budgeting. Your every dollar is purpose. It does not revolve in the same way as a traditional budget. Every line item is looked at again each month. Amounts are reestablished, and it has a flexibility to it. Because you have leftover, you have no surprises and no shortages because you try to make a budget for every single thing. I'll give you an example. You get your first paycheck in the month. You get your second paycheck in a month. You have your total. But now the truth is, you probably don't make just $500, you might make $550. But you take the low side of that. You put your rent in. Rent comes out. If it came out to zero, you did good. You put your electric in. Say your electric bill comes back $120. Now you have $10 to drop down in another place. If at the end of the month you have all of these coming out and you have a surplus down here, you then can use that for fund money. You have extra money. The conclusion is to live below your means. Your budget is for you to live and really live, not to get that idiot tax. If I got in the hole 4 times this month, that's $88 that I would have to spend. That's $88 I could have used for something else. Make every dollar count. Every dollar has to count. It has to have a purpose. At the end of your budget, come down to a zero budget. It should come down to extra money that you can put into savings or other places. So let me ask you, what does a good budget give us? Anyone? A plan.
A future.
A future.
Financial peace.
Financial peace. Fun money. It gives us fun money. What can we do with fun money? Anything, whatever we want. Because we have a plan for everything. And when we have fun money, it really is extra and it really is fun money. If you budget and your budget is good, your future is more predictable. And that's a zero-sum budget. Are there any questions? All right, thank you for attending, and I'll see you next time.